Morning YouTubers, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. In this episode we're going to be revamping a strawberry bed, and we're going to be taking a look at a selection of tomatoes I'm growing this year, so be right back. So as I was saying, we're going to be revamping this strawberry bed at the front of the plot. Now, we've been working on this for the last 4 days, almost 5 days. The reason why it took so long is because the first day we started to go at it and we actually saved a few strawberries, but the majority of them we just dug them out and put them in a bag. A couple of buckets, then in the bag, and then off to the tip and got rid of them. We don't keep old strawberries and put them into the compost bin. They don't rot down very well, and basically they're full of diseases and funguses and what have you. So yeah, we got shut of them. So I'm going to show you a clip of me actually digging a few of the strawberries out and then starting to dig the strawberries out of the bed, turn it over. I will say we got about 2/3 of the way. We had to stop because of rain. I had to take the camera in, and then I come back out and dug it over without the camera. But I'm going to show you the finished results. So check these few clips out, and I'll be right back after I've had this coffee. What I'm doing over there, guys, is just taking a few of these strawberries out of this bed. Get about another 6 maybe, and then we're just going to dig the rest of them out. Reason being, a friend of mine wants some strawberries, so we're going to put them into these and leave them with him. Get as much root as I can, take out dead leaves off. There's one. Well, we're going to dig these strawberries out now, take all the weeds out, put all the strawberries and weeds in that bucket. I think it'll be a trip to the tip, but what we're doing, we're going to clear this bed and then we're going to rebuild the bed, put loads of soil and everything into it. It's just it's just a waste of time at the moment. So we're going to make a start with a fork, and we're going to start digging them out. It's sad, but it's got to be done. Nothing wrong with them. They need to come out. Right, it's actually starting to spit, and as you can see, we're halfway. So I'm going to have to wipe the lens and wipe the camera, get the camera to safety. But we're going to continue, guys. Like I say, it's got to be done. We'll go over it again once we've dug it, but we've got a load of stuff to stick in there, so you know, a load of rotted down wood chip with chicken manure in it. Even got some horse manure that we can put on top as well. So, but at the moment it's raining, so we need to get the camera to safety, and we'll continue doing this until it gets really bad. Right, so that's it for now. It's stopped raining for about half an hour, and it's given us the opportunity to actually turn the whole thing over. Obviously I couldn't keep the camera out here because I would have kept on having to move it, and it started to spit again now, but as you can see, this strawberry bed is now
so
turned
there you
over.
go. We've actually we got it all turned over. That was the hard part. I'm sorry about the wind if it's actually hitting the mic, but you know, it's one of them things really. I thought we'd come outside and do a bit of recording out here today. It's quite nice actually. However, when we were turning it over, we had drizzle, it was windy, and there's a bit of rain, what have you. So we couldn't really have the recording while it was doing that. But yeah, that was the bed, all intents and purposes, dug over. However, this was getting on, so we couldn't do now that. I was going to just bring a load of the compost from the back of the allotments and chuck it in the bed, but it was getting on, so I knocked it in the head. I come on the next morning and I come onto a winter wonderland. Everything was frozen, and couldn't do now with the bed, so I left it that day. And the same thing happened the day after. Bed's completely frozen. However, we've come on today, the sun's absolutely gorgeous, and for the last couple of hours we've been digging the compost and wheeling it up here and getting it into this bed and preparing the bed. So I'm going to show you a few clips of the compost down at the back of the plot, and I'm going to show you where we put it, and then you're going to see me raking it out, tamping it down, and then I'll show you the finished job at the end of it. Okay? So let's crack on. Okay, what we're looking at here is some of this floor out of the chicken's pen, and it's in these sacks here. Now, a bit tight round here, but it's pretty good stuff. The only trouble is, not got much room to manoeuvre. But yeah, this is the stuff that we're going to be wheelbarrowing to the front of the bed. Make it easier, bring it a bit closer, I think. It's pretty good stuff, this. Could do with doing a bit of pruning around the back here. Yeah, it's been stood here this for around 6 months, and yeah, it's really good stuff. So I've got the wheelbarrow at the side. It's good when you can produce your own compost. Like I say, this is well rotted down wood chip, as you can see, and it's breaking down pretty nicely. When I chuck it into the barrel, it just disintegrates, which is what we're after. Let's spin the camera around and just show you the barrel. So that's what we've got. So I'm going to take it up to the front of the plot and tip it in, and we're going to repeat that process until we fill the bed up. Okay, so let's go up there now and tip the compost in. Well, this is an unusual way to take the smelly stuff up here.
First of many. Okay guys, we're going to squeeze another barrow in, and then we've still got a bit more up there what we can put in. I'm thinking about bringing it all. What I'm going to do is rake it flat and see if it's enough to cover it. We put a bit too much in the last one, but yeah, this here, I'm going to rake it around, see what level we got. We have got more we can put in, but for the time being I'm just going to put the camera in a better position so you can see me doing a bit of raking. That should be fun. I've only got a bloody small rake. So what we're just going to do, I'm just showing you what we do with the bottom end of the rake. We get the rake, we go like that. We're not putting any pressure on it. But what we're doing, we're flattening it down a tiny bit to stop soil erosion. The wind will blow that. There's nothing in that bed now to prevent the wind from blowing that soil away. It dries up, it will blow away. You probably lose an inch every 12 months out of these beds. So you've got to keep replenishing them with soil. But the trick is, if you've got something in the beds which will keep the soil there, like plants, then that's what you want to do. You need to get plants in there. I like to put things around the borders. That also stops the soil. Sometimes you probably see the soil, whichever way the wind's been blowing the most that year, you probably see the one end higher than the other, where the soil's blown it down to that other end and it's collected against the boards. So that was the reason why we just patted that down. The compost is lovely and damp, so we don't need to water it. If it was dry, we would put a couple of watering cans on it, but it's absolutely wonderful, and it's good to go, this. So the only thing left for me to do is just to sweep round the tops of the boards which retain the soil, and then that's it. This one's put to bed. Pun not intended.
So there we go. This bed now is ready to go. A friend of mine was going to give me some rhubarb. I don't know if he's still got that. He's going to do that. We change our minds all the time. He did say he wanted to get rid of it, and he said if I was interested, I could have some. He were giving some to another friend of mine as well, but we all change his mind. So I can't be 100% sure that he wants to do that. If he does, we're going to be putting rhubarb into this bed. However, if that doesn't come off, I've got a lot of other different things we can be putting in this bed. So we will, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be deciding exactly what's going in here. So what's that leave me with? The tomatoes that I'm going to be growing this year. I did mention they're going to show you the selection of tomatoes. So I'm going to show you the selection of tomatoes, and there's a little surprise there what I actually saw and I picked up in the store while I was hunting for my favourite tomatoes. So check this clip out.
Okay guys, this is the selection of tomatoes we're going to be growing this year in the greenhouses. Now we're going to look at this one here. These are golden chrome. They're a trial tomato they're all by Thomas Morgan. We're going to be growing them, and we're going to be growing these sweet apathy. These are absolutely wonderful as well, so I've been told. And these sugar gloss F1 hybrids. Sorry, I've got to keep the camera straight. Again, all these three here are all trial, 99p. We got one more at that price, but we're moving on to these Liddy. Again, another cherry sort of tomato. Moving on to these Sweet Baby. These were the other trial by Thomas and Morgan. And then my favourite, these. I cannot recommend these any highly than what I'm doing now. They're absolutely wonderful tomato, and they come in all them colours on the vine, and they taste like toffees. Honestly, I none of them made it home. I ate every last one of them. I must have ate about 25-30 pound of tomatoes last year, and these things here are absolutely gorgeous. They really are. They're called Rainbow Blend, and for my money, these are the best tomato on the market, but you never heard it here. But there you go. That's the selection of tomatoes I'm going to be growing this year. And we've got one more thing. Let's throw it in on the mix. We're going to be giving these cooker melons a trial run as well. We got these. We're going to put a couple of these in the greenhouse and see what we get. So yeah, there's a selection of just some of the tomatoes that we're growing. And obviously then there's this cooker melon here, mini watermelon, Luca likes. So there you go guys.
So there you go, there's the 6 tomatoes I'm going to be growing this year, and that little cooker melons. I've never grown them, so I'm going to give them a go and see what they taste like. I like to try something new every year, so that's one thing I'm going to have a go at. However, I've got to tell you, My favourite tomatoes, you probably hear me going on about them there, are they're called Rainbow Mix F1 hybrids, and I think it's Thompson Morgan actually do them. You can't get them anywhere else. I've had a look. You can't. These are you have to buy them each year because they're an hybrid. You can't save the seeds because you won't get the same results the next year. However, you get them in all different colours on the vine, and they all taste different. They really do. They're gorgeous. It's like eating Smart. It's like eating toffees. I think you get 10 seeds. I think you get in a pack, and they're expensive. They're not cheap. These things are about £4 for 10 seeds. But I've got to admit, they all germinated last year, and they were wonderful. And like I said, we had them in there's the front greenhouse here, and we were in there every 5 minutes picking them off the vine, eating them. I managed to take a little punnet home of them particular ones. We ate the whole lot. It was so rich, so delicious. I just couldn't resist them. Every time I went in there, I was pulling them off. So yeah, that's something we're definitely going to be growing in the greenhouses this year. Wonderful tomatoes. I can't recommend them more highly to anyone. So if you're interested, give them a go, guys. They're like a little plum tomato. Beautiful they are. Right, so that's it for this one. So I've got a few more things I'm going to be doing down here today. I might surprise you in the next episode with something else. But like I say, I've got a few more bits and bobs to do down here before I go. So I'm going to end the video now, and I'm going to thank everybody for leaving the comments and subscribing to the channel. And yeah, that's it for now. Who knows, we're going to have another cup of coffee and we'll crack on with something else. So thanks again. Be seeing you guys. Wow, the sun's beautiful. Wind's a bit much like, but sun's beautiful. Bye for now.